Hi everybody, I was thinking about the ROG Ally and Steam Deck videos I've done, and I never really covered a real beginner's guide to how to get started with PC gaming. So I thought I'd kind of cover this for the ROG Ally Z1 that I've got here. Obviously this applies just as much to MSI Claw or a Lenovo Legion Go or something like that. And don't be put off by the fact that I'm using a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard for that, or for this. I mean, you don't need this at this point. But let's say you've maybe previously been using a games console or your phone for gaming, and you've thought, right, I want to get into PC gaming, and you've made the decision to buy a Windows handheld gaming PC like the Lenovo Legion Go or the ROG Ally or the MSI Claw or something else that's probably out by the time I record this video. So where do you start? Where do you get your games? All this sort of stuff. So the most important place probably to get your games is Steam. So Steam is like a storefront for PC games. If you've got an Xbox, you've got the Xbox store, haven't you? If you've got a PlayStation, you've got a PlayStation store. If you're on Android, you've got the Google Play store. That's where you buy your stuff. And on PC, Steam is the main store, but importantly, it's not the only one. So the first thing you'll probably do is you'll fire up your browser. Maybe you'll use Edge, or you'll go through Edge, you'll download Chrome and you'll sign in to your Google account if you've got one, and then you'll go do a search for Steam and you're going to download the Steam client. So that runs locally, and this is what you're looking out for. You can just start looking through all of these games, and we are especially interested in the special offers. There's always things on sale on Steam, but about every 3 months there's a big sale as well. So make sure, if you click on something and you're looking at a game, but you think, oh, it's a bit expensive at the moment, make sure if you're signed in and you've created an account, you'll be able to add it to your wish list. And then when things go on sale, you can then buy them at a cheaper price, much, much cheaper than you would on console. So Steam is really, really important. If you've got a Steam Deck, basically that is your store on your handheld device. But luckily, with the device Windows 11 devices, we've got access to lots of different ones. So another one I recommend visiting and having installed is the Epic Games Store. Now, the really cool thing about the Epic Games Store is that you get free games. About every week or so, every 10 days or so, they put up free games. So you can just slowly add to your PC games library. Now, often they're not that great, but every now and again, really good ones get added, like Grand Theft Auto or the Tomb Raider games or all sorts of different ones. So every week, have a look at it and then sign in and then just add them to your library, even if you're not sure whether you like them or not, because they'll be making your games library and you might want to come back to them at some other point. You've also got Prime Gaming. Now, if you're already a member of Prime, Amazon Prime that is, you can have access to Prime Gaming, where you can download different games. And here you also get free games as well. For example, they've given away Fallout 76 on PC. Tomb Raider is one for this week. They're good games that you get. And basically, almost every single major games publisher has their own launcher and their own store. So, for example, you've got GOG Galaxy, Ubisoft have Uplay, EA have their app. However, just remember that Steam has got most of them on. So you don't have to buy, for example, off GOG Galaxy, you don't have to buy Cyberpunk off GOG Galaxy just because that's what CD Red Project's launcher is. You can also buy it from Steam, and you'll find that with lots of stuff. And of course, if you want to subscribe to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and download PC games, Game Pass games to your device, you can as well. And obviously through this, if you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription, you can also do cloud gaming, where you can play Xbox console games on your device without downloading them. Only really works on your home network because it doesn't work great for your mobile phone, but it does work good as a system, enables you to play lots and lots of different games without having to download them. And the advantage of the console games is they are really built specifically for gamepad controls, so they're going to work that way. I guess one other question you might have is, so if I'm looking at games, then how do I know they're going to work on the ROG Ally? Well, one of the things you can do in Steam is you can look to see if a Steam is Steam Deck compatible. the Steam Deck isn't a Windows device, and so there's lots of games that aren't compatible. However, one of the reasons as well could be the controls. So it could be, for example, that you need to use a keyboard and mouse with a particular game. So if on Steam you look up the game and you look at Steam Deck compatibility and it says, you need to use a keyboard and mouse, that's why it's not verified at all, then maybe you'd avoid it. Or, of course, go to YouTube, look for videos of people playing it. And on Steam, at least, they've definitely got, I think you have a 1 hour window to refund games as well. So if you buy a game, you fire it up and it won't run, it's incompatible, maybe the device isn't powerful enough to run it, then you can ask for a refund. And I guess the final one actually as well to look at is somewhere like CD Keys. So CD Keys is if it looks for it, come on, cdkeys.com. This is a key site where you can buy games much, much cheaper. Not always, so always check whether there's a sale on one of the various storefronts. But often you can buy games very cheaply here, and you just make sure it will work in your particular region. You buy the key, and then you enter the key into Steam, and you can get games cheaper. I've bought plenty of games through this, and I've never had any problems at all. And so there we go. That's how you get started. That's how you dip your toe in. If you've got a non-extreme version of the Z1, you're better off turning it to 720p. There's loads of other tutorials about how you get started with things like the Armoury Crate software, the control center, command center, that's called, isn't it? And you've got the Armoury Crate software as well to customize. And of course, this is a Windows 11 PC, so any tutorials that relate to Windows 10 or 11 or Windows in general, you're going to be able to look them up and they're going to tell you how to use your device. So there we go. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you have, like, you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. And of course, I'll see you again soon.